My name is April Reese, and this is my dad, David Reese Sr. He was a resident at East Neck Nursing Home in Babylon, New York on 109. And my dad was quarantined on in March, due to COVID-19. My dad was healthy, he was fine. We spoke every day, 2 or 3 times a day for hours. All of a sudden, my father got a cough. It all started with one simple cough. And the cough started on a Wednesday. On a Friday, I inquired. I called the supervisor and I asked what was going on. She told me that she would have an x-ray done on my dad, and the following day for me to call her. The next day I called her, and the day before Easter, she politely wished me happy Easter and told me that my dad's chest x-ray was fine. I called my dad, who's in his mind, and he told me he never had a chest x-ray. I called the nursing desk. My dad never had a chest x-ray. From there, the lies began, and they never stopped. I had to fight for 5 days. When I knew my father, by Monday, that cough that started with a little cough by Wednesday, by Monday, my father sounded like a cough I've never heard before. I had to call the legislator. I called the state several times. Finally, they gave my dad the coronavirus test. But at that point, my dad was in his apex. It took them 5 days to get an answer, to get a result from this test, and 2 more additional days to send my father to the hospital. By the time he got to the hospital, he didn't stand a fighting chance. On top of that, my dad had a bleeding ulcer, black stool. He needed 5 transfusions. He was very sick to begin with, and they didn't do right by him. And I don't care, he was 79. He would have been 80 in November. But I don't care if he had 3 more months. Those were my 3 months from God. You don't play God with people's lives. That is my message. And if you have somebody in a nursing home, stay diligent. Don't give up the fight. Keep fighting. Do whatever you have to do. And don't be fooled by the smiles. That's part of the job. It's part of the job. And that's my story. And I want justice. And thank you, Voices for Senior, for giving my dad a voice, because I'm going to speak for him.